Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about Boxycharm. If you are new here, hello, welcome to this chaos that is my life and all of the makeup things in the world. I would just like to say you are very welcome here. I love comments, I love to interact with you. I know we've had tons of new people here, so let's all be friends. I also made a controversial comment re the Kat Von D thing, and I would like to say I appreciate so much for how civil the comments were after some nonsense started there. It was very well appreciated by me. Thank you so much. There's nothing I appreciate more in this world than people being able to disagree but still have a civil conversation. So thank you for that. You are so welcome to be here and spend time with me. Love it. Okay, so Boxycharm came this month. Pretty pumped about that. Always pumped when I'm always pumped when Boxycharm gets here. They very rarely fail me, and they continue to not really fail me. So the reviews for this box have not been amazing, to be honest with you. I have seen some that people are like, what the hell? Like, why do I want half of this stuff? But subscription boxes are very personal preference. Boxycharm is a $21 a month beauty subscription box that really focuses around makeup and does throw some hair care and skincare in there here and there. But it does really heavily focus around makeup. So this month's theme is road trippin'. So I have the product card here. I have used some of these products so I can give you my thoughts on them. So I'm going to just start going through the box. I used to do Boxycharm with just like first impressions of what actually came in the box, but I feel like that's not really a value. There's 100 people doing the same thing, so I actually want to give my thoughts on the actual products. So the first thing that I got was the Note Luminous Silk Blush. I'm wearing this on my cheeks today. I tried to wear and use everything that came in the box on my face today, and as you can see, I don't look like a haggard hoe bag, so obviously they have to be pretty good. The blush from Note is in a terracotta shade and is working very nicely when I'm a little bit more tanned. I'm interested to see if I can pull this off in the winter when I am considerably less tanned. If you look at my older videos compared to now, my skin picks up sun very well. I feel like I have to have completely two different seasons of shades and skin products because it's just like I'm a different person. So the shade is actually called Desert Rose, and let me just refer to my little card here. So this is a luminous silk compact blusher designed to work for all skin types. This luminous paraben-free blush adds natural color to your cheeks while preventing dryness with its argan oil infused formula. MSRP on this is $11.99. I would say that was worth it. Blushes are starting to get on the more expensive side. So if you're looking at, say, like a NARS blush, it's like $28 in Canada, and that's crazy. This is 5.5 grams. And in comparison, a NARS blush is 4.6 grams. This also lifts up, and there is a little brush in the bottom here and a mirror in the top. The only thing I don't like about this is actually the packaging. I feel like it's too clunky and nobody uses those brushes anyway. This is kind of like packaging like Physicians Formula, where it's just clunky to be clunky, but I do appreciate like the sleek look of the design of the brand. I will give this product a 3.5 out of 5. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because the packaging does not in any way actually affect the performance of the product. And the price is really good. The next product I got was Dr. Brandt's Needles No More Eye Depuffing Gel. I really like the Needles No More line. I actually was talking to my mom about this morning. I used to have a lot of issues with fine lines on my forehead, where when my face was at rest, you could really see these like deep lines in my forehead, and I always looked like I was, I don't know, like 10 years older than I was. I started using the Needles No More face cream, and it really, really affected change in that for me. So I don't really have that issue anymore. I haven't used it for about a year actually, and I still see an improvement. I'm looking forward to trying this on my eyes. I am just recently trying to actually incorporate an eye cream into my Project Pan to hopefully get rid of some of these bags that I've got going on. So hopefully this helps. I used it this morning. I did have a hard time getting it out of the package for the first time, but once it was out, it did go on nicely and felt really nice. I do feel like it's a little bit of an odd color. I don't really know what that's about, but all in all, like, it doesn't affect the color of anything on your face, so it doesn't really matter what color it is. Even if it's black, it still goes on clear at the end of the day. Suggested retail price for this for full size is $42. I am going to have to look up and verify right here if this is the full size or not. This is 0.5 ounces net weight or 15 grams. So If this is the full size for $42, no, I don't think this product would be worth it. Even having tried it, listen, like, it's just chemicals in a tube. It can't be that much money to make. I will not be rating this product because I have not tried it, and I cannot give it an honest rating or an honest run for its money in such a short amount of time. But I think you get my general feelings on the Needles No More, which is very good. But this particular size, and again, editing Candace will have to tell us whether it's worth it or not. The next product I had pulled out was this Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream, and this really very much reminds me of the Cabral. Is it the Cabral? The Benefit pot that's like this. I will have to put whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's the Cabral, where the product is in the bottom and there's a brush in it. It is basically the same idea. It's called an eye cream, but it's really like a pomade. The brush is too big for the container, and I feel the same about this, that if this is actually the full size, this is crazy, because the suggested retail price for this is $26. And the size is 1.8 grams. That is just so small for me. Again, wearing this today, it's not quite dark enough for me, so I will give this a 3 out of 5 because the product does go on nicely. I believe if the pot was bigger, it would probably work better. It would be easier for me to use it and get it in there. So just for comparison's sake, when I'm trying to put the brush in, it kind of like hits the edge and creates a weird little ripple. But the actual product, like the cream product, does work well. It's a very smooth application, but again, 3 out of 5. Surprisingly enough, this is probably my favorite product in this Boxycharm. This is the Wonder Beauty's Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. So this is like a squidgy tube, which I don't think I've ever had in a mascara before, but I actually kind of like it. It reminds me a little bit of the Tarteist eyeliner that I did my first ever video on, which I will link up here if you would like to have a laugh. And I actually kind of like that it's like this. There's nothing special to it. It's just a tube. It's probably cheaper to manufacture. There's not a lot on here. There's not a lot going on. The brush is incredibly basic. There is really nothing special going on here. You just have a nice formula with a basic, normal, curved brush. This works so good for my lashes. I am super picky with mascara. This is getting a 5 out of 5 for me. I've actually been reaching for this since I got it. And when I say I am picky about mascara, like I have had hundreds of mascaras at one point, and I've decluttered most of them, and I could have honestly probably decluttered all of them except for 1 or 2, because me and mascaras just don't get along. My eyelashes stick straight out. Some of them stick in different directions. Like they're just a mess. And this really straightens them out and makes it hold the curl, which is really important to me, because once I curl my lashes with an eyelash curler and put mascara on, they are almost immediately back to straight out. Suggested retail price for this guy is $24, and you know what? I might actually pay for it if it wasn't for Lash Princess, which is $3.99 and basically is the same mascara with a different wand shape. And last but not least, and I do have this on my eyes today, is the Crown Pro eyeshadow palette. So this is coming in at $29.99, and unfortunately my one shade, which is right here, did actually come broken, which was a little bit disappointing. In my time with Boxycharm, which over 3 years I've had Boxycharm on and off, this has only happened to me twice. They are very good about responding. They are very good about replacing the product. So they have already gotten back to me and will be sending me a replacement. I did repress it this morning so that when I picked up the palette to show you guys, it didn't spill all over me and ruin my clothes, because I do have to go out later. So today I did a very basic look because I am rushing to get this video done so I can go out to a bachelorette party. Hey. So what I did was put this shade in the crease and this shade on my lid, and then I threw a little bit of ColourPop's Ladybird on my lid as well, because that's in my project pan, and that's where we're at. One thing I will say about this is it was surprisingly good quality. I've seen some people doing reviews that are not completely positive about it. I feel like some of the more negative reviews around this are really just like, it's been done, like come on, try again, like we can do better. But overall, like for somebody who doesn't have an extensive eyeshadow palette collection, this is a nice palette. I also do believe that Crown Cosmetics is a private label company. I believe it either private labels for other people or it is part of a larger private label. I tried to look it up but did not have enough time. Is this the best palette I've ever used? No, of course it's not. I don't even think it was probably in my top 3 favorites or anything like that. But is it wearable and usable, and is it like good for a beginner and somebody that likes these tones, and will this work for you? Do you need to go out and buy another warm palette? No, but I'm happy to have this and I will actually probably use it. I have been reaching for it since I got the box a few days ago, and it's not like I've been reaching for it to review it. I've just actually wanted to use it. Overall, I will again give this a 3 out of 5 because some of the shades, as you can see in the swatches, are a little bit chalky, but only about 2 of them, and because it came broken, which means to me that the shadow is almost too soft. But overall, I do really like it, and I'm actually pretty pleased with this box. I will give this overall box a 3 out of 5, only because I feel like it did come broken. I don't like the packaging on the note. I feel like there is a better way to do the Cella eyebrow cream, but overall, all the products work for me. The mascara is great. I've been using the palette, which is important that you use the products that you get in your subscription boxes. I love the line of Needles No More. If I was to say my most disappointing product in the whole thing, I would probably say the Cella eyebrow cream is, only because it's so small and it makes it difficult to use. But I've been reaching for that blush. I really like it. So overall, 3 out of 5 for July. Let me know what you thought of your box below and we can have a chat about it. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here.